Hello everyone, we are Team 63 North, Jackie Fanning, Emily Gankars, Zhenxian Ren, Drew Sansuzi, and Xiao Tran. We will be discussing what climate change is, how it affects our environment, and the direct and indirect impacts of climate change on the world. Climate change is defined as the change in climate patterns of a regional or global area. Currently, there are people who believe we are going through a change of increased temperatures throughout the world known as global warming. This could be a problem for everything in our world because the rising temperatures have a direct effect on all of Earth's biomes, which indirectly affects the species that live within each biome. This graph shows the annual mean and the 5-year mean of surface temperature from 1880 to 2002. As you can see, there seems to be a warming trend in the recent years, but from 1980 to 2000, the temperature rises only 0.4 degrees Celsius. This change makes it so that not everyone believes in global warming.
The main cause of climate change is the excess release of harmful compounds into the environment. The first category of these compounds is greenhouse gases, such as carbon dioxide, nitrous oxide, and methane, which trap excess thermal radiation from the sun in the atmosphere near Earth's surface. The source of greenhouse gases is primarily the burning of fossil fuels to meet society's energy demands. Additional sources of such compounds are industry, agriculture, landfills, and transportation. Other types of compounds are also malignant. These include sulfur-based compounds, heavy metals, and CFCs, which lead to harmful changes in the composition of soil, fresh water, oceans, and the ozone layer. These chemicals originate from mining, the use of CFCs as aerosol propellants, and exploiting coal as a cheap fuel source.
The main direct effect of global warming would be increased temperatures throughout the world. While many places or areas are experiencing particularly hot summers, some other places are having abnormally cold winters. Higher temperatures will mean greater evaporation and lead to higher rates of precipitation, which in some areas increase the risk of flood. But in some areas, the evaporation is too fast and the precipitation cannot take place, and this leads to the droughts. Also, some natural disasters are changing formation due to the climate change, like hurricanes. Moreover, the areas of snow cover and ice cover is decreasing as a result of ice melting, the sea level increase.
Over the course of the term, we noticed many changes occur at our site. Some of the plants got taller, flowers bloomed, and the tree produced tiny leaves. If climate change persists, in years to come we may see differences in the timing of these seasonal changes. When it was snowing, the plants appeared to be stiff and were sagging under the weight of all the snow. One consequence of an increase in temperature is that in the spring, plants will begin leafing out earlier. Plants and animals have begun to move more towards the poles, or upwards in elevation, where the temperature is cooler. Also, with increasing temperatures, insects start to hatch earlier, birds migrate sooner, and animals breed sooner. Some animals exhibit temperature-dependent sex determination. This means that the sex of the animal is directly related to the temperature of the environment after fertilization. The graph shown in this slide shows the sex ratio of offspring of 3 different species at a range of temperatures. A change in climate can create a gender-biased population, which can even lead to extinction of that species.
Climate change is mainly caused by human activity releasing large amounts of carbon and other greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. This problem can be tackled in a number of ways, but most of the proposed solutions require that humans change their behaviors. The general solutions involve reducing carbon emissions by switching to more renewable energy sources such as wind, solar, hydropower, and biomass. Using green technologies and emissions-free modes of transportation, recycling more, and constructing sustainable buildings can also reduce emissions. However, it has been difficult to widely implement many of these solutions due to technological and economic concerns. The Paris Agreement is a major world treaty that was recently passed, which says the 195 nations that signed it must reduce their carbon emissions so that global temperatures will not rise above 2 degrees Celsius. However, according to Article 2 of the Paris Agreement, the ultimate goal is to strive to limit the temperature increase to 1.5 degrees Celsius at most. If global temperatures rise more than this, then irreversible damage will be done to the planet. However, the Paris Agreement has no legally binding emissions targets for any country, so it is up to future world leaders to make policies that will help attain the goal.